Namo Phat. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fifth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I vow to cultivate good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society, by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I am determined not to use alcohol or any other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I am aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and the transformation of society. For our Dharma readings, we're reading The Body, Dhamma Reflections on Aging, Illness, and Death by the nuns of Amaravati. And right now we're reading Dhamma Talk by Ajahn Candasiri on Reflection on Well-Being. Next, we have Niduko Homi. May I abide in freedom from affliction, in freedom from suffering. We can tend to think that this means, can I please avoid suffering? I don't want suffering. I don't like suffering. May I live free from suffering, not having suffering. And of course, it would be very nice if we could indeed live free from suffering. But actually, it requires quite a lot of wise reflection to live free from suffering. And there are certain sufferings that we can't avoid. We can't avoid the suffering of old age, sickness, and death, our own deaths or the deaths of those we love. Then there's bodily discomfort and pain. However, there's also suffering that we can avoid, though it takes practice. It takes wise reflection. It takes effort and understanding. There's the suffering that comes because of wanting things to be other than the way they are. We can suffer because we want a certain position. We want to have our own way. We want people to agree with us. We want people to like us. We want to succeed, not to fail. We don't want to be disappointed or hurt. The list is endless. But the cure is very simple once we get the hang of it. Once we learn how to let go of desire. It's a lifetime's practice. It doesn't just happen. But gradually we can learn how to see things in accordance with Dhamma, rather than in accordance with our ideas, our conditioning, our wishes, hopes, and longings. We can learn how to see things in accordance with reality, so that we don't pin our hopes, our aspirations, on things that can never satisfy, can never heal us, or bring us any lasting sense of happiness and peace. So, Niduko Homi, freedom from affliction, is something attainable. But like everything else, it requires effort, reflection, and understanding. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu. 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 Thank you for joining me this morning.